Hi, today I want to put together a video tutorial of the bookcase that we made in class. This is a very good practice piece. It does contain a lot of important elements. So without further ado, I'm going to launch into it. I start with creating the stock for the sides, and I do a cross-section of the stock. Create a rectangle with R there, and I'm going to say 3/4 by 15 inches. That's going to show me the cross section of the stock. I'm going to pull this out to say 84 inches or 7 feet tall. Alright, as soon as I have a single item, a single unit, I'm going to hit spacebar, triple click, G to create a component, and I'm going to call that the side. Now I'm going to create a guide point. It is 36 inches out, and I am going to pull a copy 36 inches out. Remember, that's the move tool, hitting control to do the copy. Now once I pull that out, you do want to flip this side in a mirror reflection this direction. I pulled in the red direction, so we know that this is the red direction. We know that we want to flip along that red direction. Now it doesn't look like we did anything, but what we did was reverse these two sides. Okay, so now we want to create our first shelf. Again, R for rectangle. Here I'm going to be creating the face rather than the cross section of this board. It's simpler for this geometry. So there's the face of the board. I'm going to pull that up to say 3/4 thick. Again, you immediately treat it like one unit. That's a shelf. So I triple click, hit G for make component, shelf. Again, making sure that we have replace selection with component checked. We don't want this sitting on the ground, so we want to move it upwards 2 inches. Alright, now let's see. What we really want to do is we wanted to create a shelf that is of a certain height. So I'm going to grab the edge here and go upward. I'm going to type 15 inches. That's going to put this guide point at 15 inches. Now that is 15 inches between the top of this shelf and what we want to be the bottom of the shelf above it, so that we can fit a 15-inch book in there. So I'm going to select the move tool. I'm going to use it to copy this shelf upward. I'm going to pick an endpoint that is on this board somewhere and that is on the bottom face of that shelf, so I can align it with the guideline that I just created. So click that, hit control, move upward. As soon as I have the intersection, that inference, I can go ahead and click again, and then I've created a shelf that's 15 inches taller, above the previous one, that is. Select that guide line and delete it. Now we want to distribute the rest of the shelves evenly, so I'm going to select this. I'm going to grab an endpoint which is on this vertical line and is on the top of the shelf, because I want to match it up with the top of the shelf, the top of the sides. So M for move. There's the endpoint. I'm going to start moving upward, tap control. I need to zoom out for a minute so that I can zoom back in up here. And click. That's all it takes. At this point we want to divide the space up evenly, so I haven't done anything except for scroll out, and I can type /3, no, that's too big, /4, /5. Yeah, 5 looks good. We can certainly work with that. Alright, so let's do a toe kick on this one. I'm just navigating around here. For the toe kick, I like to do the cross section of stock. So that's 2 inches by 3/4 inches. And I just created that face. So I'm going to scroll out for a moment. I'm going to pull this face till it's even with the front the front of the, the inside of the sides. I now have a unit. First thing I'm going to do, triple click, G, toe kick. Now we don't want the toe kick all the way forward, so let's move it backwards just a little bit. I'm going to click an edge, make sure I get my axis. Okay, green axis. Hold down shift, it becomes bold, it locks the inference, move in that direction. I don't care how far, because I'm going to just type in a number, say 2 inches. 2 inches is probably too far in. Let's go 1.5. Even that's pretty far in. Yeah, 1 inch is best. Alright, so there we have our toe kick. I'm going to rotate it around. I'm going to do a back panel. T for tape measure. I want to go from the middle of this board and the middle of this board. So I'm going to go up 3/8 and in again 3/8. And what I'm doing is I'm snapping to midpoints here, right? So that's how it knows it's 3/8. Then I'm going to scroll out and scroll in up here. There's 3/8. Again, I'm always going from the edges here. 3/8. So now I have my construction lines. I'm going to create one big face from this intersection. Scrolling out so I can scroll back in. Okay, there's one big face. I'm going to do, sorry about that green, I don't know what's going on there. I'm going to pull this out, say 3/16. Let's delete the guides, and that's it. There's our bookshelf. Thanks.